Hey guys! If it looks like I'm in my pajamas, that's because I am. Before I start this story time, I want to just say this is a collab. Yeah, that's right. I know people, bitches. Get at me. Oops. I don't know if I would call this a collab. It's more of a shout out because we're all shouting out each other's channels because everyone in this collab shout out thing is also making a story time today. I would say the most popular videos on my channel and the one that I always get asked to do is story time videos. But if I did them as much as you guys wanted them, I would have to make shit up, okay? Ain't nobody's life that interesting. Although honestly my life is unfortunate and I do take pride in that. So I have stories, but I just want to like space them out, you know, so like my fucking YouTube career doesn't end in 2 weeks. Anyway, so these people also did story time, so when you're done watching this one, go on their channel, subscribe to them, watch their story times. The people I am collabing with today are Timmy Timato, Loey Lane, Nicole Skyes, Annie Marie, Milana Coco, and Jessii Vee. So like I said, when you're done with this, go subscribe to them, tell them something weird, and they'll know that I'm the one who sent you there. Anyway, let's get on with this story. For those of you that have been subscribed to me for a while, I mean, you know I smoke some weed. Okay, you know I dabble into ganja. I smoke weed, man, okay? I have my card. I am legally smoking weed, but also before I had my card, I illegally smoked weed. What? I know that a lot of you guys who came from the other channels might be young. If you are young, like just turn down the volume if you're watching this around your parents. I am not what they call a family-friendly YouTuber, but you know what? I will just let you figure that out for yourself. But seriously, put on some headphones. This story is about the first time I got high because honestly, I know for a fact I don't need to hear anyone else's stories. I know my story wins at the most unfortunate first time high experience competition. Yes, I'm drinking wine and it's Wednesday afternoon. I have a problem. This story took place, I want to say I was 14 or 15 years old. I tried everything very young, okay? The first time I ever drank alcohol was 12. The first time I tried weed was like 14 or 15. I don't know, I just wanted to get it out of the way. You'd be surprised to know that those are the only 2 things I have ever done. I've never tried any drug, I've never tried cocaine, ecstasy, none of that, only weed and alcohol. I bet some people are actually genuinely shocked about that. I'm surprised I still even smoke weed after this story, okay? I had a good friend throughout middle school and high school, and we're gonna call him Stupid. You're gonna see why in a minute. Me and Stupid were very close throughout middle school and high school. We tried everything together for the first time. I was never really sure about weed. I was always scared about it because of what my parents had told me and what I had heard about it. So I was always scared. But when I was 14 or 15, me and Stupid were just like, you know what? We're trying this shit today. It was a very like unplanned thing. We were just at school that day and we just kind of like made eye contact and we're like, we gonna get high as fuck later, okay? Okay. Now, of course, this was a dilemma because number 1, we didn't know where to buy drugs, and number 2, we're fucking 14 or 15. We're broke as shit. I had like $3 to buy pizza that day at school. He had like $5, so we put it together and we bought whatever the hell we could from this random ghetto kid. We didn't know this at the time, but what the guy gave us was like regs. If you don't know what regs is, it's just like the shittiest weed you can buy. It has seeds in it, like a thick ass stem. It's just like the worst of the worst weed. You might as well just go outside, pick off some leaves from your tree, put that shit in your Ninja blender and go to town, okay? It is the worst weed you can get. But you know what? It was our first time. We were like, we got the weed. We didn't know how to smoke it. We didn't know anything, but the guy actually gave us like this little pipe. Like it was like the shittiest little pipe. He's like, just stick it in there, light it, and then smoke it. The third dilemma that we had is we didn't know where we were gonna smoke. I knew that if we smoked by the park in my mom's complex, then I would go home and she would totally know what I just did. But I definitely did not want to smoke by Stupid's mom's house because holy shit, that bitch is crazy. And I'm not saying crazy like, oh my god, and like she's just like crazy. No, she is cuckoo bananas. She is out to lunch, okay, gone fishing like 5 years ago. She was not okay, right? Okay. But Stupid kept saying like, look, we really want to do this tonight. If you don't want to do it by your mom's house, let's just do it by my house. There's no way she's gonna wake up. She's a heavy sleeper. Let's just go by my mom's house and then we'll smoke in that park. We went to the park that night. We were so excited, but almost immediately we realized that we had no idea what the fuck we were doing. We were sticking in the weed with the stem and the seeds like just like that and like lighting the stem on fire. It was a disaster. I would say it took us a solid 2 hours to figure out what we were doing. I was telling him, I'm like, no, I'm not high. I don't feel anything. I'm not high. I'm not high. Holy shit, I'm high. When that moment came, I kind of freaked out a little bit and I tripped myself out to the point that I started seeing everything green. But then it was a weird moment where I was like comfortable with everything being green. Not only was everything green, but I looked up at the sky and it looked so curved because it is. I looked up at the sky and I said, oh my god. And Stupid was like, what? What happened? And I told him, don't you see? We live in a planetarium. Look around you. This isn't real. There's a guy named John that controls the weather. Hello? And I seriously believe that. And honestly, if I'm outside while I'm high, even till this day, I kind of do believe that. But this tripped Stupid out so much. He was just like, what? How do you know that? And I should have known not to smoke with Stupid because Stupid's kind of a very nervous wreck. So I should have known that weed would have tripped him out, but I didn't even know what weed was gonna do because I had never smoked it before. After 30 minutes of being high and in that park, I just wanted to go to his house and eat. And honestly, that's still the same shit I do today when I get high. I just want to eat. And sometimes I honestly scare myself so much because I eat so much. That's not even a joke. Like my stomach will hurt and I'm like, oh my God, my brain is not telling my body to stop eating and I'm gonna explode. If you can remember properly, before this moment, he had said it was totally fine that we went to his mom's house after. He said she was a heavy sleeper, there was no issue. But now the bitch changed his mind, okay? He's like, no, we can't go to my house. We can't. And I was not having it, okay? All I wanted was food and nobody was gonna stop me. So I just started walking towards his house. It was only a few blocks away, but the whole time he was just freaking out, begging me not to go in his house. And I was like, listen, bitch, I'm fucking hungry. You said you had cookie crisps? I'm gonna go get those cookie crisps. Finally, he agrees because I was telling him he needed to relax, everything was gonna be fine. He's just like, fine, okay, let's just go, but make it quick. I walk into his house and obviously the first thing I do is go into the kitchen because I have priorities. I walk into the kitchen, grab a bowl, get those fucking cookie crisps and go to town. At that moment, I was not paying attention to anything. I was so focused on that bowl of cereal, okay? That bowl of cereal was me. I was that bowl of cereal. I remember I even was looking at the box of cereal just cracking up for no reason, and I had no idea this whole time that my friend had disappeared. I didn't notice he wasn't in the kitchen. I was just having a good time. For a split second, I saw a shadow pass the doorway of the kitchen because there was a kitchen and then there was like a little doorway that led to the rest of the house. So for a split second, I got like a little startled because I saw a shadow passing by, but then I just turned around because I didn't care enough to investigate. It turns out that was my friend. That was Stupid, pacing back and forth because he was losing his shit. I knew that he had like freaked out while we were in the park, but I didn't know he was still going through it. I thought he had gotten over it. About 45 minutes later, it was probably like 5 minutes later, I realized finally that Stupid wasn't there. And I was like, where the fuck did Stupid go? So I finished my bowl of cereal because I'm not gonna go look for him on an empty stomach. I walked out of the kitchen and I started searching for him. I mean, I didn't search like that hard, but like I tried. A little bit. When you're high, you don't want to go searching for someone. What are you, the fucking Coast Guard? No, you're just like chilling. You just want to eat your fucking cooking crisps. But I decided, okay, I'm gonna be a good friend and I'm gonna go look for Stupid because honestly, if his mom wakes up and finds me here and tries to stab me, I need someone to be there to protect me. I looked for him in the dining room and the living room. I couldn't find him. I tried calling him. He didn't pick up. I went outside. I still couldn't find him, so I gave up. I didn't give up, but like it was hard. I had to pee, so I decided that I was gonna go to the bathroom to pee. Rather than pee on myself. What's the other option, Jessii? As I was walking to the bathroom, I noticed a shadow on the floor and I heard sniffling. Kind of like crying, but like in a very weird way. It was just like, I was like, what, is there a fucking pig in this hallway? I then realized that that shadow and that pig sound was my friend Stupid. He was just losing it. I mean, this poor kid was just like, he had no idea what to do with himself. What do? I walk away, obviously. I don't know why I walked away. Actually, you know what? I do. Before I had left the kitchen, I did catch a glimpse of Ritz Bits, you know, those little sandwiches, the crackers with cheese inside. I noticed that he had those packages and I had to go get them. Don't judge me, you would have done the same thing. Those are fucking delicious. So I go to get my Ritz Bits crackers and honestly I started feeling really guilty. I was like, you can't do this, Jessii. So I stuffed 5 crackers in my mouth and started walking back towards him. As I was walking towards him, I noticed something weird. It wasn't just a sniffling I was hearing anymore. It was a woman's voice. And as I was approaching him, the voice kept getting louder and louder and louder and I realized, oh my God, the crazy lady's awake. Now please, just for a second, put yourself in my position. You're very high. This is your first time being high. You really don't know what's going on. All you know is that you're very hungry. You turn into the hallway and all you see is a woman standing over your friend's body screaming. How do I say this? You know what? I'm just gonna cut to the chase. The bitch was performing an exorcism. Not only was she very crazy, but she was also very religious and apparently she felt like she had the power to perform an exorcism on my friend Stupid. I came to find out later that he had woken her up in the midst of me eating everything in her kitchen. He woke her up and told her in Spanish, like, I smoked something, I smoked something. So when I come back, she is literally shouting in Spanish, in the Lord's name, I rebuke these demons from you. And I'm like, oh my God, what? I do not know how my mind is still intact after it blew up into a million pieces. I am not equipped to handle that kind of shit. That shit is not normal. So I did what I thought was best and I got the fuck up out of there. I literally just backtracked it all the way to the front door and I walked 1.5 miles back to my house where I didn't care if I got caught smoking weed or not, okay? I just needed to be in a safe place. After that, I didn't really smoke weed for a long time, okay? It took a while for me to gain trust back. I tweeted this the other day when I was really high, but then I deleted it because I was scared that everyone would know that I was really high. But I tweeted, do weird weird things happen only when I'm high, or are they weird because I'm high? The answer is both. But yeah, that was honestly like just the most bizarre thing, even till this day, that has ever happened while I was high. It was so unfortunate. Stupid ended up apologizing to me the next day. He's like, I'm so sorry, because I got in trouble because she called my mom, because that lady is crazy. So we both ended up getting in trouble for that. It was just a nightmare, and I didn't smoke for years after that. But yep, that's the story of the first time I got high. Don't do drugs, kids. If you're gonna try anything, please let your parents know. I know that sounds bizarre, but honestly, when I have kids, I want them to tell me whatever they're doing, because I just want to be able to provide them with a safe place to do it in. If I don't, they're gonna go off and do what I did and just do it on the streets and fucking walk into a crazy lady's house who could have killed me that night. But anyway, that's all for today's story. I know that this is not the normal day when I post, so there you go. You have a little bonus, a little treat. What's up? Now that you're done watching this story time, you can go watch everyone else's story time if you have time. Who are we kidding? You have time. Make sure and go subscribe to their channel, and if you're coming from one of their channels, hello, I'm Jessii. Welcome to the shit show. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Tuesday and Saturday, and I will see you on Saturday. Bye! I'm trying not to cry to death right now. He was so bizarre that he would come up with his own sayings, like cry to death. Yeah? Really?